Sunday, live at the South Suburban Sports Complex. It's Harry Haviland and Shooter McGowan, the OTT Sports Network, on the air with you as your Arapahoe Warriors are set to take on Mountain Select. We haven't seen this team yet this year, but coming off a devastating loss yesterday that a few more things could have been done to secure a win. These boys are hungry. We're down a few players today. Salazar's still out on concussion protocol. Devin Foster out with undisclosed injuries that are being evaluated this morning. And we are also missing Lair. So, 13 skaters for your Warriors, and they're going to see what they can do. Shooter, they had a game yesterday. A few things that we talked about they could have came up with, but what do they got to do today now?
They got to be aggressive in front of the net. I mean, we did a pretty good job entering the zone and getting into the corners, but when it comes time to going after the net, we were falling short. But then also on that back check was a little rough yesterday. We got to make sure we got 5 skaters getting back in play.
Only 13 total on the bench, but all 5 are going to have to make those plays that Shooter mentions here. It is going to have to get aggressive. And the press box is full of injured reserve players up here, including Jack Halott, who we didn't mention, but he's been supporting his team as he's recovering from that brain surgery. It looks like a small group over there behind the net.
That
of course, Simon Prokop in net, no backup goalie today, as the Navy must have a game, so both DJ and Jack Graham are taking care of that business, and Simon's going to be left alone here. We know he's fully capable of it, as he has been carrying this team through the season so far.
We are having a little wobble issue with the stand right now, so bear with us if it gets a little shaky.
And we will figure this out. This is a brand new tripod. There's got to be just one little setting on there. I shouldn't have thrown the instructions out when I got it.
Oh, everything's online these days. We'll find it.
Woolley, Toto, Madeo out there to start for your forwards. Gruber and Egelceder on defense. That one's through this net. This net's got to go away on rank 1. It's hard to see. Madeo flipping that one up deep into Mountain Select zone. These players are from all over the mountains. They play for different teams, and they gather together, come down into the Denver metro area. You got players from Breckenridge, you got players from Steamboat, Durango, Aspen, Vale, all coming together on this team wearing those purple jerseys down on the ice. Toto in behind the net trying to pick this one up. Ben Toto circling, he has a couple players in front. Toto's getting up, and it's going to be whistled down. There's going to be a roughing call right off the hop here, as the Warriors are going to get a power play opportunity with only 40 seconds ticked off the clock. Kannenberg and Benevelski out there on defense. Looking like McGowan's going to be centering Popovic and Haviland on this forward line. Graham McGowan at the draw, wins that one over to the side. Haviland couldn't control his man. Now they scramble to try and keep it inside the zone. That one sneaks out across, and Kannenberg has it in his own end, making that pass up just outside the reach of Benevelski. McGowan tipping it up. Popovic swinging a miss. Back over to Benevelski. To Kannenberg. Henry Kannenberg skating his way in, takes a shot, just rips on wide of the left post. Back over to Benevelski. He's inside the blue line with Haviland trying to muscle their way into the zone. Hard out off the boards, doesn't get it past Benevelski. He's circling still inside, back up to the point. Popovic holding strong, taps that one off the boards in behind the net. McGowan going after it. Couldn't get through the 2 players fighting against him. Back over to McGowan, he's behind the net. Passing that one out to Benevelski. Out to the point, Kannenberg with the shot. That one's blocked before it gets in towards the net. McGowan sends that pass out to the point, goes a little bit far for Kannenberg to reach as he was in the middle of that blue line. Pass up to Haviland. Kai Haviland comes in and completely whiffs one off the toe, but he sends it in deep and rips off for a change. Ben Toto off the bench. Toto circling on his backhand on the right wing, back out to the point to Egelceder, who shoots one in. Paddle saved by the Mountain Select goaltender with 39 seconds left to go here in the power play. Toto stepping in. Shoots one deflected in front. And I love the fact that they've got Big Rig in front of the net on the power play. That's what we need to do. And keeps that in. Tipped in front. Moore back in. Taking his man into the boards hard. Shot comes in. Another one gets deflected. Still 12 seconds. The Warriors have been dominating in the offensive zone here on the power play. Drop pass over to Moore. Takes his man out of the play as Egelseeder shoots one in. Pad save by the goaltender. Benevelski stepping in on the left side. Weber taking his spot back out on the blue line. He gets the pass from Benevelski. The shot ripping in, and Moore doing a good job bodying the man in front. Just couldn't get his blade on that rubber as it sails through the crease. All the way down the ice, and that's going to be an icing call. The Warriors put some pressure on that power play, unable to convert, but I'm loving the way that they started out this game, Shooter.
Totally agree with you, and I totally agree with the strategy of putting Owen Moore, plopping him in front of the net, creating a little bit of just chaos in front.
I mean, you got to use that big body in front of the net, tying those guys up. He did a great job of it, and we'll hopefully see a little bit more as this game continues to go on. It's still in the end of the Mountain Select. Out to the blue line, Kolchevsky shooting one in. And then it's snuck outside the zone here by Mountain Select. Cannonberg back in his own end, circling. He's got a little bit of time. Makes that pass up to Medeo, who tips it through center ice. Back up, and Mountain Select is offside for another whistle here with 12:33 left to go. First period action here at South Suburban Sports Complex. The OTT Sports Network on the air with you today and every day throughout the rest of this season. We are following your Bantam AA around the globe. Hopefully going to run into some of you people. We might have a tournament in Sweden, we don't know. We might have a tournament in Zimbabwe, we don't know.
Anything in Jakarta?
Jakarta would be a really fun tournament to go to. I'd be all over that one. We'll see what we can do. Fire up the OTT jet and head that way as McGowan heads into the offensive zone after that face-off win. Medeo is trying to stop this man as he's building up speed. Woolley takes the puck. The guy falls down, but Mountain Select collects the puck. They go in hard down the left wing, spinning around. Shot in front, and oh, that one is in across the line. That one just sneaks past Prokop. We are going to go back to the tape, but I don't know if we've got a good angle on that. I saw it go in from where I'm standing, but this net is horrible to look through. I want to be on the side of the ref on that one. And an unfortunate one sneaking in. It's a 1-0 game for Mountain Select. Coming across. The Select team being pestered by Haviland. They scoot it out across the blue line right over Benevelski. Gets it to Popovic, who sends it deep into the far end. Select trying to get this one through. Taken away by Popovic in the slot. He shoots. I want to say that was deflected. If not, he really missed it. But Toto has it back out to the blue line. Benevelski settles it down. Back over to Toto. Shot coming in. Blocker save. Popovic looking for the rebound in behind. Has it. Spinning it back around into the corner. Haviland chases it down. The Select team kicks it back over, and Benevelski stepping in off the blue line to keep this one in. Back out to Gruber. Gruber keeping this at the blue line. Des shoots that one in. Haviland behind the net, fighting his way in front of his men, getting that puck over to Toto. And Toto has it. Back out to Gruber at the blue line. Gruber has a shot. He's looking to fire that one in, and it is tipped, and it is in. That is in. I don't know if it was in before or not, but Toto is celebrating. Oh, the refs are. Oh no, it's a goal. It's a goal. I thought they were waiting on something here, but one sneaks across the goal line on one side, and one sneaks across the goal line on the other side. With 11:09 left to go in the first period, we got ourselves a 1-1 hockey game. Moore back up front here with the lack of forwards on this roster today. He's out there with McGowan and Weber. Moore swiping his way through center ice. They flip that one in, and Mountain Select is in the offensive zone with Kolchevsky sending it all the way around the far side. Gets it out to Weber. It's off his skate. And Moore tips it through. Here comes Big Rig powering his way through center ice. Rig turning, centering that pass over to Weber. He's got McGowan in front. Weber hanging onto this puck. Back over to McGowan. Looking to get it out to the point. It's tipped. Doesn't get it back, and now Kolcheski has to battle with a player at center ice and forcing them to kick that one deep in the left corner of the zone. Kolcheski again being tampered with, and back over to Weber. Weber can't get it all the way out before he takes the hit. Shot coming in, and Prokop gloves that one down. Line changes made on both sides as they go back for a defensive zone draw for your Warriors on what is most appropriately National Drink a Beer Day. We are happy to support National Drink a Beer Day up here in the press box on this fun Sunday afternoon in Highlands Ranch, Colorado. Weber in behind. He's the first one to tag up on that puck. Trying to scoot it back over to Medeo. It gets tipped back over. Toto gets in on his man, and Toto's going to get... How does Toto get a penalty for that? Interference. You've got to be kidding me.
That is a terrible call.
No way. You're allowed to take some contact after you drop the puck off the boards. And
reminiscent of some of the calls yesterday.
That was unbelievable. Nothing against Toto on that call. And I watched his penalty yesterday. I rewatched that in post-production, and that was a clean hit, like you said, at center ice. He just finished his check. William Haviland out there killing this penalty off alongside Cannonberg, who gets a stick in it, and he's back there with Gruber. Out to the point for Mountain Select. Shot comes in, and a pad save by Prokop.
Whoa!
There's a late hit there.
Yeah.
Where's that one? How's
it was
that
high as well.
High and interference, and it was behind the ref, though. He didn't see it. That one sneaks across the blue line, forcing to reset is Mountain Select at center ice. They can't gain composure with this puck as Gruber tries to take a swipe at it. Now they walk across the blue line. Coming in, top of the slot, pass in front, and Prokop flashes the pad quick, and another shot comes in, and it goes by him. That's a power play goal for Mountain Select, and we've got ourselves a 2-1 hockey game with 9:02 left to go. Another unfortunate power play goal here against the Warriors shooter. That doesn't sit well with me.
Maybe we can send this broadcast over to the officiating crew so they can check their work.
Tried to do that before and almost got me banned from USHA, but back out to the blue line. Eggleseder keeping that one in. It's tipped down. Moore's putting some pressure on alongside Toto and Weber, who gets a backhand on it. Sending it over. Kolcheski and Eggleseder on the point. Back into Toto. Centering pass onto the blade of Weber, trying to backhand that one over to Toto. Kicks it into the corner. Now Ben Toto chasing after it. Right past Weber's blade, and Mountain coming out through center ice. 3-on-2 developing here. Mountain Select gaining the blue line. Drop pass picked away there, and they have it in front. Hard shot right from inside the crease. Mountain still controlling this one. Glove down by Owen Moore, and here comes the Big Rig again, steaming through center ice. Taking it hard up the left wing. He puts a reverse hit on his man, sending him to the ice. Mountain still has the puck, and Moore tries to get another shot in. Out to Eggleseder at the point, and they drop that puck as Eggleseder shot one into the glove of the goaltender. Mountain Select sending this one all the way down the length of the ice, and an icing call comes into play. 7:48 left to go here. Harry Haviland and Shooter McGowan in the press box with you. We're at South Sub in Highlands Ranch, Colorado, and it's a 2-1 hockey game with Mountain Select leading your Warriors. Back out Woolley to Benabelski. Fires one. It's blocked down in front, kicked over to the side, backhanded out to the blue line, and then sent right back in by Gruber. all the way around. Benebelski picking it up on his backhand. He turns out to Gruber. Gruber can't keep that one in as he was pressured at the point. And Gruber on the back check takes that one away, and then Woolley steering it over to Madeo. Backhand pass to center ice. McGowan gets that and sends it in. He's chasing it down alongside Benebelski, who's in deep from the blue line. Benebelski in the corner. Up against 1 man, 2 man, 3 man, 4. And that one's backhanded up into the mesh, which is going to get it whistled down for another play call. 7:06 left to go here. First period action.
Seems like this period's taken an awful long time.
We're only a little over halfway through the first period. A lot of hockey left to play. Already 3 goals. Toto, Haviland, and Popovic out there now. You're going to see a lot of line juggling with the missing forwards. Popovic in front. Haviland getting a shot, trying to swipe at that rebound. That's over to the side, back in. Send it around. Skips pass and then back into the corner for Toto. That is in the numbers, and the ref's hand goes up for that. We're going to be going on the power play here for the Warriors as Ben Toto battles into the corner and gets taken down from behind. Going to be a roughing call. Or they're calling that 2 and 10? 2 and 10 on the board. Wow. That player's going to be out for the next 10 minutes with another one. 2 minutes up on the board. 2 and 10 for that hit. The refs are not going to be letting them get away with much here today. Toto, Haviland, and Popovic still out there on the power play with Benebelski and Cannonberg on the far side. Toto wins that one. Back out to Cannonberg, shoots one in, blockered over to the corner off the glass. Benebelski stepping in, drop pass to the point to Popovic. Out to center, Kolcheski, and there it is! Cannonberg takes a shot, rebound comes to Haviland, and Kai Haviland making no mistakes over on the side, sees the gaping cage, and he puts it into the back of the twine. 2-2 hockey game here in the first period. I wish I would have taken the over on this. The OTT Sportsbook is still live in Vegas. You could just log in and place your bets. I think the over is jumping up now as we have 4 goals just over halfway through this first period.
2 or 3 of these goals on power plays as well. So the lesson is stay out of the box.
That's a good lesson to learn.
Yeah.
But I want to say that the refs are not letting them get away with some of the stuff.
Well, there's truth to that, yeah.
Popovic racing after that, but it's still going to be icing. 5-on-5 hockey with a face-off in the defensive end for your Warriors. Oh, wow. I want to be on the IR. These boys are coming in with
hamburgers,
dishes,
pasta.
Wow. Of course, all thanks to our sponsors at the OTT Sports Network. We'll get to a few more of them as the game progresses. Kolcheski firing that one hard around the far side. Weaver managing to tip that to the blue line, then finally gets it across with a skate. McGowan forcing his way into the offensive zone, putting the pressure on, making them send that out. It goes past Kolcheski, and icing is not going to be a factor here as Kolcheski pushes it over to the far side to Benebelski. Ski Brothers coming out of his own zone. Benebelski working his way and goes down as he was trying to take that one in. Owen Moore with another hit. He's playing a physical hockey game today. Loving what I'm seeing out of Moore so far. Back over. Egelceder's got some room to work. He gets across the red line and dumps it in deep so his line can get all changed up. Moore with a shot and just fired that one wide. Toto off the bench, and he's got this deep in the right-hand side. He gets bumped off the puck. It's caught up in the ref's skates and then gets kicked up on the boards. Mountain Select now going to walk their way out of their own zone. Off the skates of Cannonberg, they manage to stay on side. They run into each other, and then it's taken out by Woolley. Back out, and Mountain Select taking this one into the corner in the Warriors zone. Back over to Toto. He's got Wooly up ahead of him. He's going to try and flip this puck through. Deacon Wooly can't control it as how's that offside when there's only one guy on the play and 3 Mountain Select players kicking on the puck. Not complaining, Shooter, but there's been a couple of weird whistles here.
It's all justified. The complaining, that is.
Wooly back over. Toto going in far. He's got Madeo in front as Toto circles around the back of the net. Toto turning back around. Toto still controlling this puck. He's looking for a guy in front. I thought he was going to flip that over the net as Wooly was sitting in the slot waiting for it. Now Benevelski back out to Toto. Getting pressured off that puck and couldn't quite hold it in at the blue line. And Gruber takes it in offside. Another whistle and another face-off. 4:23 left to go in the first period. 2-2 hockey game. Warriors versus Mountain Select. Toto leaving that one for Madeo at the draw. Works his way into the zone, and then it's kicked away by Deacon Wooly. Madeo pestering into the offensive zone, putting that forecheck on, trying to sneak this one away from the player. Great job there as it gets over to Toto, who kicks it back in behind the net. Drop pass by Mountain Select in their own zone. Making the pass out to the blue line, kept in there by Benevelski. Sasha fires that one in, and they make a couple of changes here on the Warriors side. With McGowan going after it in the corner. Graham McGowan chasing it down and behind the net. He has Popovic in front. McGowan knocking that one down. Pops with him. And player goes down. Gruber is in off the blue line. Backhand pass off the boards. Haviland keeping it into the blue line. And then he goes in to chase after it. Over to the far side. Mountain Select finally sees that and sends it the length of the ice. Feeling the pressure and sending it down. The Warriors going to skate 200 feet and take an offensive zone draw. Shooter, the pressure's there, but the shots on net are not. I'd like to see this puck get towards the front of the goal a little bit more often than it is.
Seems like we're holding on to the puck a little longer than we should. We got to take that opportunity to take the shot. We're looking for that glory pass. Appreciate the passes, but let's start shooting.
And it proved to work here twice already, putting that puck on net, rebounds coming loose, or just sneaking past the goaltender. Kolcheski, he is on his, he's trying out for O down in Vegas. He's going to be working with Cirque du Soleil after that move. The puck's loose and picked up by Mountain Select. They send it out of their own zone. Cannonberg back to get this one. Off the boards, back to Haviland. Haviland skating through center, pass up to Popovic, who's racing through center ice. Noah Popovic gaining the blue line. Haviland going towards the net. A couple of players tied up there, but Popovic still has it. It's pinched up behind him, and Mountain Select sneaks it out of the scrum. Back out to the blue line and straight over to Kolcheski's stick. He's waiting for his players to get online. Kolcheski online, onside is what I meant, before he could go across the line. Toto can't handle that one with one hand on the stick. Warriors change up, and Haviland claps it out of his own zone. Inside the blue line, Weaver's got a chance here. Luke Weaver sneaking around. Good effort by him. If he would have fallen down on that, that would have been a tripping call, but Moore takes the shot. Gruber firing this one back in deep. Hard to see from my position up here. The press box on rink one isn't exactly prime. That icing whistled off as Egelceder's pressuring his man. They get a backhand shot off that's deflected in front and then sent back out to the point. Select shoots another one in, blocked by Toto, and then cleared out of the zone by Weber. Moore's at center ice, back with Weber and Toto. The backhand gets sent all the way down, but on the wrong side of the red line when he lost it off his tape, and that's going to be an icing call. I'm hoping the short bench here for the Warriors isn't a factor as we get deeper into this game. We're still in first period, but we got a lot of hockey left to play. Benevelski fighting in front of his own bench. Wins that one back, and then it's sent out by McGowan. Icing is not going to come into play here as it doesn't skip across. But Mountain Select finds it and makes a couple of quick passes to get it back out to center ice. Benevelski back around, pushing his man off, forcing that puck back into the corner. And Kolcheski takes a body, a nifty little pass there through the legs of Woolley up to McGowan, who dumps it and goes chasing. Graham McGowan in behind the net, loses the puck. Standing him up and back over to Medeo. Medeo to the point. Kolchevsky trying to shoot one in, and it's blocked, and now there's a breakaway the other way. Benevelski skating back, Sasha. They take the shot, and that's what your last line of defense is there for. Simon Prokop coming up.
Great effort by Benevelski getting back.
Forcing that shot from a bad angle, allowing Prokop some time to see the puck. Toto with Haviland and Popovic. Taken away by Haviland in front there as the shot doesn't come in. He's trying to send it across the ice. And Toto runs his man over at the blue line. That one goes all the way down. How is that
You gotta be kidding.
You're giving Toto another penalty for that one. Apparently there's no hitting allowed in Bantam hockey anymore. For a cross check. Come on. There's got to be some questioning here by the coaches. They've got to have an answer of what they got to tell their team, how they have to play hockey.
Agreed.
With the last two penalties resulting in goals, the Warriors are back in their own end, and Haviland's at the draw. They're just going to try and get this one out. Get back to some of that penalty killing we saw yesterday.
I could do without that.
Yeah, definitely. The screaming coming from the other parents up here on the other side. But it's controlled by Mount Select. They have it at the point. Fans on the shot. Popovic out at the point, putting some pressure on him. Gruber back in the corner. Pops is going to get to this one. Pops gets it out of the zone. Noah Popovic. There's going to be a penalty, and we're going to get back to... There's a penalty. Great effort there by Noah Popovic, taking it out. He gets hooked up, and we're going to be 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute and 41 seconds. Haviland Popovic staying out there with Egel-Cedar and Canterbury. Pops is going to take this draw. Pops winning that one, trying to get it back out to the point. Canterbury fighting inside the blue line, but that brings us to the end of the first period. I wasn't even looking at the clock there. I was just looking at the penalties and watching the play. But we have skated to a 2-2 draw after the end of 16 minutes of hockey. They go back over. They're going to start this next period 4-on-4 with a player in the box for each team. The Warriors will have a 19 second power play.
That's too much math for me.
There's a lot of math here. I got my abacus out. I'm trying to figure things.
Go to second period.
Second period, yes, coming up at you. Edit properties. Oh, we don't. Did we even have the first up there?
I don't know. The game hasn't started yet?
The game hasn't started yet? No. Second period is up on the clock. I'm sure it said first. If it didn't, my apologies.
2-2 after the warm-up.
We might get fired. If anybody's willing to step up and fire us, you are more than welcome to do so. But here's the shout out, of course. I'm going to do this first so I don't get yelled at. Aunt Edna in Arkansas. Yes, we know you're tuning in on Sunday. I hope church was lovely for you this morning as you're sitting down, football on two of your big screens and the Warriors on the other.
I want to know what Aunt Edna's making for dinner tonight. Supper.
For supper?
Yeah.
Let's get her. We'll get her to text that in. And then we're all coming. We're all heading to Arkansas this afternoon. We're going for supper.
And some southern
She's
fried chicken, maybe?
Yes, it is. Chicken, biscuits, gravy.
Oh, there we go.
She said she'll throw in an extra casserole if all of us are going to show up. She's welcoming the whole team. But second period action is underway. Popovic Haviland out there with Canterbury and Egel-Cedar to start this 4-on-4 action. Pops pestering, forcing this one back into the Mountain Select zone. They make the pass out across and through center ice. Good back check there by Popovic over to Cannonberg on the far side. He blocks that one. Mountain Select can't get it through, so Cannonberg's in behind the net. A tip comes in front, and it just gets tipped out. Make it back out to the blue line, kicked into the corner. Cannonberg centered it out, and that one's rolling in right on the net. No. Popovic sends it the length of the ice, 4-on-4, so they're going to go back with 55 seconds left to go in this 4-on-4 hockey game. Jamming out to the tunes. Thank you to all of our volunteers running the penalty box, the score clock, the music, the score sheet. It's a lot of work down there. I started taking this job so I didn't have to be down there. There's too many buttons to push, and there's a lot more pressure than there is when you just put a microphone on and ramble on. Cannonberg backhand off the glass. Medeo picking this one up on the short side. He can't get it through the blue line. Mountain Select keeping that in. Medeo gets another tip on it. Back over to Cannonberg as he sends it off the glass and out. The length of the ice, and another whistle blown. 2 icing calls in a row here against the Warriors as we continue to tick off the second period clock. 14:58 left to go. The OTT Sports Network live with you at South Suburban Sports Complex.
You know, even working in the penalty box can be a challenge because I had a situation a couple of years ago when I forgot to let the kid out. And boy, did Coach Popovic have some choice words for me.
Well, our penalty box volunteer today, Allison Moore, was up here with me in the press box, and then she almost forgot that she was volunteering to be down there and had to rush to get to her position. So at least you remembered to get to the box before you forgot to let the player out.
Yeah, I did show up.
Circling back into his own end, winding up, looking for Medeo. Pass goes behind him. Austin Medeo tangled up with a couple of players, takes a cross check, and Weber steps into the play. Gruber, sorry. Pad save there by Prokop, kicking it back into the corner. Woolley taking it away in front, and now here he comes with speed. Stepping on the box is Toto, but Woolley comes across the blue line with some speed. Woolley shooting that one in. It's blocked down out of the reach of Medeo, but he's battling in the corner for it. Flipped up and back to Mountain Select. Toto gets a stick involved with the play, and Medeo is after it. Backhand that one around the side. Luke Weber keeping it in. Weeds deep in the corner, looking for a centering pass. He skirts it through the crease. And then he's still on top of this as Weber keeping it in at the blue line. Good job, Weber.
Wow.
Back over to Moore, who takes a shot and puts it in!
Big
and Moore with the rifle of a blast. The Warriors take the lead 3-2 here. And I'm not sure if that was still a power play or not, but needless to say, that was a rip by the Big Rig. And I want to give credit to Weber on that. Weber did all the work. He was deep in the corner, brought it back out, kept it in the blue line, found Moore, who buried it. Weber and Moore still out there with Graham McGowan on the forward line. Taken by Mountain Select. Kept in there by McGowan. McGowan going after it. He's got this one-handed into the slot. McGowan shoots, looking for the front of the net. It's off the pad of the goaltender there. He's forcing his way in, but the goalie covers up, and it keeping it a one-goal game. Taking it over to this side of the ice. Do we have to pay extra? We talked about this yesterday. This is our second game in a row with a 3-referee system.
Yeah, it is.
Our fees didn't go up again, did they? Our sponsors are not going to appreciate that because I write everything off on the OTT.
It's just one more person to blow the call.
That's true. McGowan Kolcheski trying to keep this in at the blue line. They send it across over and Mountain Select taken away by Moore. Moore gets it off the ref's skates and sends it deep. Chasing it in behind the net is McGowan. Weber on the other side. They flip it back over with Moore going in against the corner with his man. Moore using the body, shoveling the guy around and the puck at the same time in his skates, kicking it back out. Couldn't get it quite through to Weber, but it sneaks back out to the point and Cannonberg flips one in. Back and Kolcheski sending it in. Total going around the far side. Haviland off his skate. Toto fires one towards the front of the net. That's intercepted. And then sent the length of the ice by Mountain Select. Icing waved off as Canterbury picks that one right up at the goal line and then has to contest with a couple of players behind the net. Canterbury still has it out to the top of the circle, and a shot goes in weak and wide. Haviland on the side, dropping it back over Kolcheski to the point. Kept in here by Mountain Select. Another shot comes in, and we've seen that maneuver before as Kolcheski. Wow, how do I say Kolcheski? He's in front of the net. Prokop closes down. That 10-minute major is over for Mountain Select. They've got all their players back on the bench. We're playing 5-on-5 hockey with 12:04 left to go in the second period. Your Warriors up 3-2 on the OTT Sports Network. McGowan with the face-off win, and he picks it right up back off the boards, sending it to Benevelski. Tip pass off the backside over to Egelceder. He confuses his man, and then Egelceder tries to walk up the middle, had it taken away, and Simon Prokop saves him. Might be a couple of words had to say there at the coach when he gets back to the bench, but right now they're still fighting for it. Egelceder has it. Backhand it. That's a little bit excessive, but the shot works. And we've got ourselves a 3-3 hockey game. Should have taken the over, I told you.
What was it?
The over? The over was 7. We're at 5 right now here, not even halfway through the second period. We're at 6, sorry, yeah. The over was 7. The OTT Sportsbook live in Vegas. You can find us at the seediest bar in town. I might have been conceived there, to be honest with you. Wait, can I say that on mic? Medeo trying to get this one back. He had Woolley in there with them, and now it's backed out by Mountain Select. They clean the zone. They got a one-on-one here coming in against Canterbury. Canterbury forcing his man up against the far side and then taking the body. The puck's dropped, centered out. And a backhand shot gets deflected by a diving Toto, goes off the glass and clear of the zone. Medeo almost had that steal away. Toto sneaking in inside the blue line. Kept in by Medeo. The puck comes into the slot. Controlled here by Mountain Select at center ice as they work their way up, get across the red line and fire one in deep. Kolcheski going into the corner for it, sending it back over. Toto and Woolley both looking to pick this one up. Toto's going to get to it, tipping it off the boards. Can't quite find Woolley, a little bit out of his reach. And that one could have been,
Yep.
I mean, his first 2 penalties I wouldn't have given him, but that one there might have been. The refs don't catch it, and it's back out to Weaver. Weaves one-on-one, Toto coming in with him. Toto tied up on the far side. Weaver trying to get it over to him. Gets caught up in the skates of the defender, and now Moore tipping that one back into the zone, and
What's it called?
offside?
Minutes ago, dude.
An offside call coming against the Warriors here with 10:03 left to go. Are they doing the last change thing now? We're doing that? That's why the ref's out there? He's making sure they're not...
Oh, Lord.
Wow. Mind you, last time he said that they scored. This one's back over to Benevelski. Up to Moore, sending that one deep in. Firing around the boards, Weaver going after him. And it was tipped at center. Benevelski controls that, gets across the red line. Fires one in deep. Egelceder can't keep it into the blue line, and now Mountain Select walks in. They got 2-on-1 with Weaver on the back check, passing in front. And that one goes through, and they manage to tap another one home. Mountain Select taking the lead here with 9:35 left to go. And that come on, Select or whatever cheer works again for Mountain Select. This wobbling camera is really annoying me. If anybody out there is a tripod technician and wants a job, the OTT is hiring. We need to figure out how to get this thing Toto, Popovic, and Haviland.
Jesus, shut up.
Kannenberg, centering pass. Give me my Cheetos. Go! Out to the blue line here. And dropped right back in. Toto trying to break that up. Haviland trying to break it up and then stolen away by Popovic. Back over to Toto. Flipping it over the defenseman's head and chasing it into the corner now is Popovic. Breaking that play up. Pops back out to the point. Kept in there by Gruber. Out to Kannenberg, who keeps it in the blue line. Popovic backhands that one in. Ben Toto has Haviland in front. Toto trying to get control of this puck. Couple players in front. Right to Gruber, who takes a shot. It's loose. And another tuck. Haviland in the same spot as he was before. Comes up with his second goal. And we have ourselves a tie hockey game with 8:47 left to go. And if you took the over, you're getting paid out already halfway through. Oh, look at how wobbly this is now.
Well, it's like crooked.
How do we make this not crooked?
I don't know.
What happened?
I swear I'm not trying to break it.
Take an extra Dramamine for the third period. 4-4. Gruber off the boards over to Medeo. Medeo kicking that one in hard. He's not giving up on the plays. He races in, chases man behind the net. Mountain Select tip that past McGowan and all the way out through the blue line. Woolley back over to Kannenberg, go D to D. Kannenberg sending it through the neutral zone, back over to Woolley and back out to center ice. Mountain Select, cross ice pass taken away there. And Gruber's got an opportunity here, working his way in with Woolley at center ice. Woolley back to Gruber in the corner. Out to the blue line. Fired right back in. Woolley's behind McGowan in front. He's sneaking his way through there as they're trying to take him down. And they do take him down. Mountain Select comes up with that puck. Good work by Kolchevsky at the blue line. He keeps this one in, takes it in deep. Back out to Eggleseder at the point. Eggleseder on the backhand, taking his way deep into the left-hand corner. Kolchevsky and Woolley back on the blue line with Eggleseder deep. They send it. It's not going to hit there. Woolley gives some room there for Kolchevsky to get back. Eggleseder bumping his man up against the boards and out to the blue line. Mountain Select flipping it in off of Gruber to the point. Tapped up to Woolley from Medeo, and Woolley's got a one-on-one chance here. Gets it stripped from behind back to Eggleseder, who kicks it in, and then a couple of rough bounces get it back, and Owen Moore is doing some defensive work in the neutral zone as he takes that puck away. And it comes in. Prokop just steers it over to the side, and Eggleseder has it. Hard out of the zone into neutral territory with McGowan going after it, trying to swipe that over to Moore. Now McGowan still chasing. They slow it down, put it up off the boards, and then pass it out of the zone. Kolchevsky takes it away at center ice and sends it right back in, but it's deflected off of the referee and into the bench. I love the sportsmanship as Moore was having a little conversation with the right winger there as he lined up on left wing and then fires a hard one off the glass as they enter the zone.
I think they were talking about ski conditions.
Ski conditions?
Yeah, I mean,
there is
Mountain Select. These guys are all coming from the mountains.
And there is some snow up there now after the rain we've had for the last few days.
That's a good no call.
Yes, a very good no call there as Weaver was just putting some pressure on his man. Kannenberg forcing him into the corner, taking the body, but the puck is loose, and then they can't quite center it. Picked back up by Gruber, trying to get this one out of his own end. Manages to do just that, and then kicks it back up over to Weaver. That's hilarious. That's an icing call all day long as he needed a change but didn't skate hard enough to get it across the red line before he shot it in. 5:51 left to go. You are kicking it at self-sub with Harry Haviland and Shooter McGowan. And we are in a shootout here. Like, nobody would have guessed except for the Vegas Sportsbook that we'd be at 8 goals halfway through the second period, Shooter. Haviland going after it after the Mountain Select win the face-off, pushing him up behind the back of the net. Medeo taking his man out. Benevelski going back into his own end to pick this one up. He's got some pressure on him from the Mountain Select team. He banks it off the boards back to Haviland, tipping it through, and then that one just gets behind Popovic, who's on the right side of the red line when he sends that one the length of the ice. Medeo, and a clapper there by Haviland through and wide. Another shot in, and Prokop, and a big hit in front of the net with two Mountain Select players colliding. They both get up without any worse for wear, and Prokop still had the puck underneath him, keeping this one a 4-4 hockey game in a defensive zone draw over his right shoulder. Next weekend is a big one. Hope everybody's going to be tuning in. It's Silver Sticks weekend, qualifying tournament here in Colorado, where the winner will get to go up to, where is it in? It's in Michigan somewhere. Port Huron, Michigan. That's right. Port Huron, Michigan, for a tournament against some of the best teams in Canada and the U.S. I've been to Port Huron. It's a great little town. Even in February, they got some cool little bars and restaurants, and right there on the lake. It's a lot of fun. We got a long way to go to get there, though. We're taking on Arvada for the first game, then a couple games on Friday, one on Saturday. We'll see if we can skate our way into the Sunday finals for the Silver Sticks next weekend. But right now, we are still at a 4-4 hockey game. I'm wondering if his team even is annoyed with him by that. He's doing the commentary on the other side, so I'm imagining what it sounds like on his microphone when he's screaming that. In behind the net here, Arapahoe battling for it. Out to Owen Moore, tapping that one ahead. Toto skating through center ice with it. He's got McGowan and Moore. Drop back over. McGowan trying to kick that over to Moore. McGowan still has it. To the point, couple of quick passes there, and Kolcheski fires one in. A couple of tips in front, sends that one wide off the backboards. McGowan with the pressure. And then back over, Kolchevsky gaining control, flipping that in as his players come onside. Kolchevsky not giving up on that play. He skates in from the blue line. Still in deep now with Weber, putting the forecheck on with Moore back on the blue line. Haviland lets that one escape past his stick, and then he can't handle the pass. Haviland with the big pass all the way up. And sent in, getting knocked down after the play. That was interference when we did it. Knocked down by Haviland, kept in at the blue line. Good effort there by the Warriors. Weber going after it. Over to Haviland on the far side. Back out to the blue line. Kicked in by Gruber. He's got it on his skate, and he takes one in, and a tip just goes off the top of the goalie's pad. Back over Benevelski. He's in deep, sending it past Weber. Then Weber gets it off his skates. Mountain Select finally gets an outlet pass, and they're coming in 2-on-2. They work their way through center ice, going around and coming in, and the puck is not even puck is not even put on net, and Moore goes race. That's interference, but Moore powers his way through that. Owen Moore still has it in the corner. Now taken away by Mountain Select. Select team flips that one across the blue line, now 1-on-2. Being forced over to the corner there by Gruber, and then they make the pass up ahead. Centering pass is not in time as a player was streaking towards the front of the net. They make the pass back out to the blue line, getting set up into the belly of Prokop. He hangs on. 2:37 left to go. Second period action here on the OTT Sports Network. The injured reserve list is just piling up here as Devin Foster is up here joining us now too. How's the head, Dev? You all right? Go get dressed. You can play the third. We need you guys out there. Oh, I just gave it away. I said it was an undisclosed injury, but just giving away that it was Head injury. Nothing major.
HIPAA rules don't apply.
Come on, Select. Come on, Select.
Let's go, Select.
Select out to the point. Back in behind the net. Mountain Select controlling. They make that centering pass, and it's sent wide of the net after the tip in front, back out to the blue line. Mountain Select having the pressure on here. McGowan gets it clear, and then it's sent back in by Select. Shooter, it seems like we've had a little bit too much time in our defensive zone here in the last couple of shifts. I'd like to see some offensive pressure.
We have indeed. I wonder if that lack of players is starting to wear on them. They're starting to get a little bit tired, holding back.
There's still 18 minutes of play left to go, so hopefully they can dig deep, and all the Celsius and Red Bull that I saw them drinking before the game hasn't expired. Haviland back in behind the net as he keeps this one in deep. McGowan
take the body.
Leaving that one to Kolcheski. Tipped in front. Haviland trying to shovel that one back in. Benevelski doing a good job stepping in from the blue line. Sasha sends that one back in. Haviland going after it. To the blue line and out. Kolcheski can't get his stick on it. They shoot that one just about 1.5 miles wide of the goalpost, but they do pick up the rebound and kick it back into the corner, back out to the blue line now, as Select is controlling in the offensive zone. Working their way through, back over to Benevelski. Hard off the boards, can't get it to McGowan. And out to Woolley. Woolley trying to get that one through. Finally manages to. Nobody at center ice, so Mountain Select's going to pick this one up. Haviland taking the tip away from him. McGowan takes it inside his own blue line with a little bit of backhand sauce over to Kolcheski, who sends it the length of the ice, which is going to be back over to Select. Kept in. Toto behind the net. He's taking on 3 players, so he sends that around. Benevelski stepping inside the blue line. Back over to Moore in the corner. Fighting hard. Weaver joining the battle. Off the boards, back over to Gruber. Gruber's keeping it in. Moore's going after it. 25 seconds left to go here in the second period. Centering pass, and then flip the length of the ice here by Mountain Select. They wave off icing as he actually tagged up on that one before he crossed the goal line. So now Benevelski's got some room to move with it. Gets it up to Moore, trying to flip that to Toto. Ben Toto coming across the blue line with 6 seconds left. He's in the corner. Weaver skirting towards the front of the net. Toto gets taken down behind the net. Oh, come on! There is a penalty there. The ref called that with a cross check to the back of Toto's head as he was down on the ice. But once again, at the end of the period, we are all tied up. It is 4-4, skating our way into the final 16 minutes. Third period action coming your way as they are down behind the bench, all tied up here, Shooter. It's going to be a ferocious last frame.
I think it will be.
And we got to take this time to thank our sponsors. Yes, it is Warriors Hockey, brought to you by Callahan Auto Parts. You can get a good look at a T-bone by sticking your head up a bull's ass, but wouldn't you rather take the butcher's word for it? That's what Tommy and all his boys at Callahan Auto Parts will do for you. It's the sincerity, it's the honesty, and with their new line of brake pads, they are transitioning the automotive world. Callahan Auto Parts, bringing you the third period of Warriors Hockey. Matt seems a little bit in more control than he was yesterday at this point in the game behind the bench. He's back there with...
He got a good night's sleep last night, it looks like.
Mark, Keaton, Matt, all of our coaches back there, keeping their composure, knowing their team's playing hard right now. There's been a couple of goals that they'd like to have back and a couple of opportunities that they'd like to try again in front of the net. Third period will be a doozy. The OTT Sports Network here with you live at South Sub. It's Toto, Haviland, and Woolley starting off on forward. You've got Benevelski and Canterbury on the point. That one's won by Mountain Select, and the Warriors are on a power play here, as we noted at the end of that one. They're starting this with the man advantage. Canterbury loses it. He tried to skate it out. Haviland takes it away. Haviland keeping this puck, gets it tapped away from him. Toto now resetting in his own end. Back over, and the Warriors just trying to get this out. A drop pass there, a little bit of miscommunication, and Canterbury still trying to skate this up. 30 seconds ticked off, and the Warriors still haven't had a chance to get into the offensive zone. As the Select team comes in offside, they're going to change up a couple of players here, as in all of them.
You know, that drop pass is the fanciness that I think they need to hold off on right now. We need to get control of that puck, drive it up the ice, and not get too cute.
100% in agreement with you there, Shooter. Up to Moore. Owen Moore working his way down the left wing. Takes a shot. Oh, the goalie just saw a piece of that as a hard rip comes in. Eggleseder, and then back over to Weber. He's fighting with Popovic at the blue line. The three of them trying to keep this in to get it through the ref's legs. And then Eggleseder finally gets control of the puck. Shoots one in! Another power play goal! I'm not sure if that one was tipped or not, but good work at the blue line by the Warriors to keep that puck in the zone. Power play goal by Eggleseder, making this a 5-4 hockey game.
Go Warriors! Go Warriors!
A lovely Sunday afternoon at the sports, I want to say sports stable for some reason. Why is that in my head? We're going to be up that way next weekend, even not at the sports stable. We're at South Sub. I should know that because I'm here 10 times a week. Popovic fighting right down below the press box here. It's tough to see from this angle up here.
That it is.
Back over to Canterbury. Henry Canterbury building up some steam through center. Hank taking this one down the left side, trying to get a shot up. He's still hanging on. Wraparound attempt back over in front to Popovic, who couldn't quite get the tuck. It's taken away by Select. Mountain Select outside their own zone, looking for that man at center ice. That's knocked down by Canterbury. Back across the blue line with Popovic putting the pressure on. Pops keeps that inside and then sending it deep into the corner. Rigg going after it. More centering pass out to Woolley. It's loose in front and it is out the side of the net by Popovic as he gets crunched up behind the backboards. Back to Woolley. Around to Popovic. Benevelski keeping this one at the blue line. Deacon Woolley going deep into the corner, trying to find it. He's got McGowan in front. Woolley sneaking his way through the corner. Still has his puck. Woolley turns around, takes a shot. That one was just a little bit high. Goes over the crossbar, back over the back glass. Mountain Select collect the puck in the far corner. Looking for a way to make their way out of the zone. Haviland comes in. Takes it away from the two players. Backhand pass out to Benevelski. Cross ice to Eggleseder. Shooting one in, another tap, and Graham McGowan finds the loose puck. McGowan taps home his first regular season goal of the season, and they take a 2-goal lead. Shooter, that's what I'm talking about. Getting to the net, finding those loose pucks. That's the way we're going to get it done. And McGowan is finding the way. Toto, Madeo, and Popovic out there now. It's a 6-4 hockey game. Tipped out Toto off his backhand. Him and Madeo putting a little bit of pressure on these guys. Toto gets taken down there with a little bit of an interference call. I'm not paying too much attention though. Prokop stops it up behind his net, leaving it for Canterbury. Has to fight with two players in there. Toto comes to join in the battle, and now Canterbury's pinched up against the boards with his man. Back over to Toto, and finally, Warriors gain control of the puck. Madeo backhands, and then back to his forehand, sending it across the ice. Oh, big hit over there as Toto is slow to get up, but Popovic has it behind the net. He's in the offensive zone with Madeo. Madeo throwing the hit, and then back out to the blue line, and Select's coming out. Select looking to break through the slot. Madeo with the unbelievable back check there Austin Madeo, great work. Couple of guys tangled up behind the play. I didn't see what was going on. Apparently the fans did, though. They didn't like what they saw. Prokop sticks one into the corner. Drop back over to Gruber. He's going to put it up off the boards. Coming of his own zone is Madeo. He's got some room. He looking to tip that one up to Weber on the far side. It's intercepted, but Weber's not giving up on the play. Haviland can't quite get the tip on it. We're just going to take a moment to pause the broadcast so we can listen to the cheering squad from the Mountain Select team as Haviland takes that one away. Benevelski back in his own end, circling behind his own net. He's going to rip back the other way. Making that pass out. Clearing the blue line here is the Warriors. Still in their own zone, though, as it's turned quickly back around by Mountain Select. Back to Benevelski. Out to Weber. Takes the hit. Shot coming in, intercepted there by Kolchevsky. Over to Weber. Has Haviland tipped up ahead to Owen Moore. Moore dropping that for Haviland. Haviland's coming in. Turns around, shoots one from a hard angle of the body there, but still manages to keep this puck in deep. Taken away by Toto as he comes off the bench, and then it's stripped from him, walking in one-on-one against Prokop, and they miss the net. Cross to Woolley, over to Moore, taps that one behind him. Owen Moore coming in, takes another shot. Looking for that same top corner. He potted one in earlier. Toto bumped up against the boards. Moore going after it. Moore has Woolley, and then stripped again by Mountain Select. They've got some speed here as they're coming through center ice. Working in 3-on-2. Cannonberg forcing him to the side. Prokop doing what he does and making another save. Out to Woolley. Turns that one off the boards. That's kept in at the blue line. And Mountain Select's right in front. Takes a shot. And Simon Prokop being in his finest form, making another one. Mountain Select a little bit too much opportunity in front of the net here, as we've got 10 minutes and 7 seconds left to tick off the third period clock. The Warriors are leading by 2, but the 2-goal lead, as we all know, is nothing to be comfortable with. Egelceder leaving it for Toto. Toto with some room. Leaving that for himself behind the net. Toto goes back, putting it over to the far side. Select has it, shoots in, and with a man sitting back door, Simon Prokop closes the leather. There are cows all over the planet right now begging to be the next mitt of Simon Prokop as they were looking for the fame. Haviland at the face-off draw. Back over to Mountain Select. They have this at the blue line. Select trying to tip that around. Goes underneath the glove of Popovic into the corner. Benevelski chasing around Kolchevsky hard off the boards. Popovic chases after it, but he pinches it up, and Pops does a good job of pinching his way up against the boards and then trying to get that puck back as him and Haviland were looking for a 2-on-1 opportunity. Select flips it up off the mesh, and Popovic is going to save that puck. He's going to get them to sign it after the game so he can put it up on his trophy wall. All right. Another face-off win by Mountain Select. And they come in across the blue line shot. Simon with the blocker save, and there is a battle in the corner going after it. Out to the blue line. Select taking the shot in. It's caught up in the skates of the defenseman, Benevelski, as he sends that one right back outside. Drop pass there as Weber's got some speed through center. Weaver's trying to poke that one through a couple of defensemen. Gets it a little bit ahead of his own speed. Egelceder has to back up. He's lining his man up. He sees that, and it's a dump into the corner. Benevelski around the boards. Moore trying to pick up that hot pass, and then he steals it away. Here comes Owen Moore across the blue line, taking a shot. He's got a bomb on him. He just keeps missing a little left. Weber getting spun away from behind the net, and then the pass is made out. and the outlet is taken away back over to Medeo. Kept in there by Weaver, who is swinging and missing. It's a 1-on-3 coming the other way. Select taking this one deep in the left corner. They got a guy sneaking in backside. He gets ahead of the play and it comes back out to the point. Into the corner, Select controlling. They had a man sitting there waiting for it. Just couldn't find control of the puck. 7:43 left to go in this 2-goal lead for your Warriors. Back behind. Gruber trying to get this one out. He's just going to send that off the glass and clear the blue line. And then pushes it. And apparently it didn't get across the blue line as McGowan takes his man into the referee and Egelceder comes out with the puck. Egelceder flipping that one down. It's collected just in front of their own bench by Select. They're inside their own zone, working their way out through center ice. Knocking that one off the glass, and that's going to be an icing call with 7:11 left to go. OTT Sports Network here live with you in Highlands Ranch, Colorado, South Suburban Sports Complex, the home of your Arapahoe Warriors. Shooter, I got a question for you.
Yeah, go for it.
We have not won a lot of face-offs. I would like to see maybe a little bit of practice work on the face-offs or some YouTube help or something. What do these guys got to do to win some face-offs?
I think you just said it, though. There's so much content out there on YouTube. Go and check it out and start researching. Get physical, get your body in, step in. But you're right, we do not win a lot of face-offs.
Needless to say, we are missing 2 centermen right now with Salazar and Foster out of the lineup. But I think it's a key component to every forward's game to be able to step in and take a draw.
Totally.
Out to Woolley, who's got some room to skate. Deacon Woolley, he was sneaking in behind. They come in. Woolley still had the puck, and then 2 players collapse on him and take it away. Kolcheski in deep, dropping that one to Popovic, centering pass out to the blue line. McGowan leaves that one for Cannonberg, who skates in, takes a shot, and we have missed now 27 shots just high and left of that far corner. I'm not an analytics guy, but I'll make shit up. I can't say that. I'll make stuff up on the go. Sorry.
Stop.
Good work by Toto deep in the offensive zone. He gets taken down. The rest of his line mates come to join him as they were changing up. Toto's been 1-on-5 in there, and then a goalie swipes that around, and Haviland picks it up behind the net. He gets pushed off the puck, skips out, past, and down the ice. Benabelski back to pick it up. Sasha's got a little bit of time with it. He's going to look to find Medeo at center ice. Here comes Medeo working his way in, takes a shot, pad save, but Medeo's looking for the rebound as he goes in on the half boards. 5:30 left to go here in the third period with Haviland pressuring into the corner. Mountain Select trying to get out of their own end. They do, and it's coming through center. Takes a long shot in. Oh my goodness. Speaking of plays we'd like to have back.
Yeah.
Things happen, but they've got to stay in this game. The pressure has all been coming from the Arapahoe Warriors right now. Unable to tuck one in, and then a lucky shot comes from the point, or not even from the point, from outside the blue line. Haviland wins the draw, as we were talking about. Maybe he was on YouTube there on the bench. And a hook against Mountain. Okay. The Select team going to the box. All right, power play opportunity here, trying to regain their 2-goal lead with 5:08 left to go. It's a 6-5 hockey game. The double over, all right. A late entry into the OTT Sportsbook, taking the double over. We only have 6 more goals to get there with 5 minutes left to go, but the Warriors are on the power play. That draw is won by Select. They take it away short-handed, working their way through center ice. Select kicking that one in off the boards. Prokop settling it down behind the net. Moore dropping for Haviland, who dumps that one down. And they can't call it icing on that one. No. Great work there, getting in deep is Weber. That one flipped up over the net. Cannonberg coming in. Hank behind the net, trying to work his magic as he backhands this one through, checks up on the D-man, and then that one's deflected up into the mesh. We're going to still have an offensive zone draw here with 1:17 left to go in the power play. 4:25 left to go in the game. And is this a regular season game? Is Mountain Select in our division?
I believe they are. Yes.
Okay. I know they come down here and they play like 4 games in a weekend. They probably play again this afternoon. But I haven't looked at any of the official scoring.
Oh,
Shot
good shot.
In and loose in. Trying to get his second was McGowan. Good job there, Toto. Back out to Egelceder. Rips one in. Pad save. Backhand in front, and it's under the goalie's mitt as Popovic is looking for a rebound. Good grinding there by Pops. We've had a few goals scored just off that same action, and these players are realizing it and making sure they're in position to try and find that loose rubber. Toto winning that one. It comes right back out to Egelceder. Oh, he flips it in behind the back of the ref, and Toto is pushed up against the boards. Popovic going after him. Cannonberg stepping in front of the blue line. Pushed off the puck was Toto, and that one's sent the length of the ice as the Select team is looking to kill some time off the clock with 46 seconds left to go in their penalty kill. Cups up and cheers to everybody across the globe, worldwide. The OTT Sports Network coming at you on National Drink a Beer Day. I don't know if you're in Jakarta or Turkey or China or Iceland. I know we got some, looking at it now, Greenland is there. There's the National Drink a Beer Day coming at you from the OTT Sports Network, live here at South Suburban. Hope everybody's having a lovely Sunday afternoon. Benevelski, in the corner. Back over to Haviland. He feeds it back out to Woolley, who's at the point. Woolley just keeps that in at the blue line. It was rolling off the end of his stick. Benevelski now kicking his way in deep. Sasha has a couple players in front. Taking his time back over to Gruber. They're getting set up here on the power play. 14 seconds left to go with the man advantage as the Warriors are working their way in deep. Benevelski still has on his backhand. Drop over there for Haviland, or Badale. Over to Gruber, shot, and he was looking for that low corner on the far side. The goalie slid across, negating the attempted goal. Back to 5-on-5 hockey with only 3:08 left to go. It's a 1-goal hockey game here at South Sub. Toto wins that one back. Benevelski takes a shot, but it's deflected. Now racing back, Gruber and Benevelski coming in. Shot comes in, and Prokop just hangs on to that one as he puts it in his glove. We can't afford any play down in this end of the rink right now, Shooter.
Now's not the time for us to be standing around.
No, not at all. Like right off that draw, they just seem to backpedal into their own zone. Out to the blue line, Select has it. Pressure's on, the shot comes in, it's deflected up into the mesh and out of play. That's going to be another defensive zone draw, but the Warriors are going to make some line changes. Woolley, Haviland, and Toto coming out for this one. Or no, Weaver, sorry. I get really confused when it's a different line every time. They did this to us yesterday, and now they're doing it even more today.
They're trying to keep you on your toes, Harry.
Not for the coaches' decisions, just for the lack of players that are on the bench today. Woolley with Weaver coming through. Woolley over to Weaver,
nice
taking
pass.
the shot, and oh, the goalie makes a save. Good shot there by Weaves. Back out into the skates of Kolchevsky. Tapped across the blue line. And as they tangle up the players coming across, we do draw an offside. Lucky play there by... I hope he just does that for the rest of the game. It should be non-stop at this point, right?
Oh, he heard you.
Benevelski behind his own net with only 2 minutes left to go on the clock. He's circling back and forth. Sasha up to Woolley. Woolley's going to flip that, but Weaver's going after it. There is...
What a great play.
Good job by Woolley there as he was going after the... Or Weaver, sorry, after he was going after the puck. In deep, Haviland back around the far boards. Weaver going after it. Eggleseder stepping in from the blue line. He can't pick it up, but Benevelski's back in position. Sasha with the pass up to Medeo, taken away by Haviland.
Haviland
coming across the blue line, shoots it, trying to get it through the legs of the defender. It's blocked, and that's going to be a hooking call. Oh, no hooking call. Wow, well, the refs have put their whistles away on that one. Looking in front now, they're trying to sneak this one through to the slot. Medeo tipping it across, and here comes Austin Medeo. He has Popovic with him. 2-on-1 Warriors. Across the pops, and couldn't quite tip it. Oh, it was there. The net was just asking for him to put that puck in. Canterbury chases man into the corner, takes him up hard against the boards. Toto going in after it. Player down on the corner, and then goes after Toto after the play. In there, Gruber has it in his own end. Backhand pass around the far side. Noah Popovic looking to pick this one up. Pops with a weak clearing attempt. It gets taken away at the blue line. They come in, get a shot. It's blocked down by Cannonberg. Select still has it. Now another block by Cannonberg. And then sent out and offside by Mountain Select. 31.7 seconds left to go. 6-5 hockey game. And I'm surprised that Select is not taking a timeout in this situation.
I think the Mountain Select mating call triggered the strobe lights because these things just turned on at a moment's notice.
We got the strobe lights on. I don't know if you can see it, but there's disco ball going on the ice here. They got a disco ball in the center of the ice here, though. And that's even harder to look through the mesh. I'm not sure who called the timeout, but it was a good call by either team right now, just to either settle down on the defensive side or whatever they're preparing for on the offensive side.
Coaching staff for Arapahoe looks pretty calm and composed. Good to see.
With his hand gestures and lip reading through the mesh, I'm thinking he's just telling those guys, keep it out of our end, right?
That's what he should be saying, yes. And don't give up the puck. I mean, yeah, get it out of the zone, but don't just toss it over to them.
No, that is definitely the point. You got to keep control of this, even if it is tying it up in neutral ice. And it's going to be Woolley, Haviland, Cannonberg, Benevelski, and Weber. Oh, not Haviland, sorry. That is Haviland. I can't even tell my own kid out there. This mesh is really messing with my head. Haviland ties his man up, but Mountain Select comes out with the puck. They send it over to the far side, trying to work their way in. Cannonberg forcing them to the far corner. Cannonberg with a good stick there, keeping it off the plate. Sent out by Benevelski, and it is, oh, just wide of the post with the goalie pulled. Six-on-5 hockey here for the next 15.5 second defensive zone draw here for the Warriors. Coach yelling instructions from the bench. The boys know what they're supposed to do. Haviland's at the draw. Haviland ties his man up, and that comes out across the blue line. Good work here by the Warriors as they're forcing Mountain Select back into center ice. Back over, taken away by Woolley, and he flips that in. Deacon Woolley says it off the post, but that is enough time to make the game end. The buzzer sounds and the Warriors come out with a 6-5 win.
And today's entertainment has been brought to you by this guy.
Yes. Yeah. There's your come on select guy right there. Great victory here for the Warriors as they skate their way into practice tomorrow night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and then Thursday, 5:15 at the Apex. We're starting off Silver Sticks, and we're taking on the team that we battled hard against yesterday in Arvada. Great work here. I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their Sunday. It's been a pleasure being with you for the last couple of days.
On Edna, we'll be over in, I don't know, short plane ride, I guess.
Make that extra casserole, Edna. We are all heading to Arkansas for the rest of our days. You enjoy yours. I'm Harry Haviland on behalf of Shooter and everybody else at the OTT Sports Network. It's been a blast. I'm signing out.